Will, thanks so much for being here. Day 4, how you feeling?
Well, it's been a slightly quieter today after 3 very hectic days to open the summit here. Today's theme was science and youth, so we saw a lot of events down at the Blue Zone with younger people talking about what they want to get out of the COP summit and their hopes to defeat climate change. But among the more senior delegates, I think they were digesting what was discussed at Finance Day yesterday. We had an interview with the Egyptian finance minister who said there was a lot of talk about marshalling cut price finance for developing nations, and clearly one of the themes that we've seen in the first part of this COP is how can we marshal more capital to developing nations, especially in Africa, which have found it hard to get enough money to finance their energy transition. There's also a lot of focus on tomorrow's big event, which is the arrival of Joe Biden, and here at the Bloomberg Green Summit we heard from his chief climate advisor Ali Zaidi about his hope, and he said that people should learn to trust Biden on climate, that there's always a lot of skepticism, but the president tends to deliver. We'll see.
Also heard from John Kerry, right, which at our Green Summit, which he was pretty defiant as well about the position of the U.S.
Yes, he talked to our editor-in-chief, John Micklethwaite, yesterday at the Green Summit. He wrapped things up, and it was a punchy performance. He really went out of his way to defend his record and defend, importantly, the role that private finance and carbon markets can potentially play in financing the global energy transition. He had quite a memorable quote when he said, "There's no government in the world with enough money to pay for this."
And so top line for tomorrow, well, it's going to be Biden, it's going to be the U.S. delegation. See what happens?
Yes, I think it's all about the 5-hour arrival of Air Force One at the airport just behind us here. The president will be here. He'll have a one-to-one with the Egyptian president, el-Sheikh, and then he will address the plenary session of the summit. And he has potentially a good story to tell about the Inflation Reduction Act and all the many billions of dollars that's going to bring to low carbon technologies. But I think there will be a lot of delegates who say, well, that's fine. The US is thinking about its own emissions at last, but what it's not doing is stepping up and meeting its targets on climate finance and climate aid and getting US money to poorer nations to finance their energy transitions. And frankly speaking, he probably has a less good story to tell there, because with the Republicans perhaps set to take control of the House, marshalling this money is always difficult, but with the Republicans in control of the budget, it's going to be next to impossible.
Certainly, and we'll hear from House Speaker Nancy. Well, not House Speaker anymore, but Nancy Pelosi will also be here as part of the delegation, so we're definitely going to have to stay tuned to see what they say. Well, thanks so much. See you tomorrow.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks.